the youngsters around in the world that if you can work hard, you can achieve anything.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here at the Shaun practicing primary and junior high school located right here in Kingston, Jamaica. This is the day when Shaun, the former president of the UNIA, comes to this beautiful school to meet Shaun Brown, who's a child prodigy. Shaun Brown is the writer of a book. The name of the book is The Candle and the Bear. And of course, Shaun came down to this school this morning, and he will be presenting to Shaun Brown the philosophy and the opinion of Marcus Garvey. Now, why was Shaun Brown presented with this book? Because Shaun Brown in his early years told his father that there are two people of all the national heroes that he really recognized and wants to emulate is that of the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey and of course Paul Bogle. Shaun Brown is a beautiful kid, very sharp, very attentive, a thinker, and that is what we want for all of our children. All of young Jamaica should take a page out of Shaun Brown's book because this is indeed greatness. Shaun, how you feel this morning going to meet Shaun Brown, the 10-year-old prodigy?
I'm very elated. I am motivated at age 65 by this young child, because he is an avid reader just like Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And when I heard about Shaun, a 10-year-old, publishing a book, I decided this child must be a great child, and we have to now do what we can to confirm and reaffirm and reassure that this child gets the best. And what is the best? A copy of the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. This book that have motivated millions of people worldwide, have motivated presidents, have motivated prime ministers, have motivated so many people throughout the world, that at age 10 I thought, if Shaun Brown gets a copy of this book and read it, by the time he is 14 as Marcus Garvey, he will launch an organization to rival Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And this is what have inspired me to bring this book today to Shaun Brown, to keep him on the right path. As Marcus Garvey said, reading, never stop reading. Anything that you can lay your hands on, read it, because that is where knowledge is hidden. Read and never stop reading.
Okay, to present Shaun with the book and to present the school is the former president of the UNA movement, Shaun. Alright, and he's going to be doing the presentation now.
Thank you very much. A pleasant morning to all students and teachers, parents, and especially to Shaun Brown. Now, it is very interesting that I read the Gleaner and saw that article done by Jody and Gilpin of the Daily Gleaner. And when I read that story and heard that Shaun is an avid reader, everything he gets he wants to read, this reminded me of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, our first national hero. Mr. Garvey was an incessant reader. He read everything he could get his hands on. And by age 14, he was already into publishing. And when I see that at 10 years old, Shaun has now prepared himself to publish his first book, the parallel was made. And I said I would definitely have to meet, encourage, and ensure that he continues in the path that he has chosen. As they say, the old maxim, reading maketh the man and the woman. I have to be very gender correct in this time. So Shaun, it's a great pleasure meeting you, reading about you in the Gleaner, and as such, we are here from the UNIA to present you with a copy of Marcus Garvey's book, The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, our first national hero. And Mr. Garvey, as I said earlier, was someone who loved to read just like yourself. Every book he got, he would read. And by the time he was 14, he had read every book in his uncle's library. So I must encourage you to continue in your path. And today is a very special day that you are now being bestowed with a book, The Philosophy and Opinions. And this is what made Marcus Garvey become our first national hero. He will outline to you things that he did. And he started off just like you, by reading a lot. So, without further ado, you are presented with the book. And I must also congratulate your parents, because your parents have played a very important role in encouraging you to continue. You are most welcome. And a word from your principal, because I know your school also helped to shape you and mold you into the great student that you are today.
Thank you very much. We're going to be inviting our librarian, Ms. Perkins, to receive the book on behalf of the school. Is Ms. Perkins here? If this Perkins is not here, let me invite his class teacher. This is Bloomfield to receive the book on behalf of the school.
A pleasant greetings, and I know as a teacher you have done a lot of work in encouraging Shaun in his great ways of reading. Now, this book, The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, is one of the foundation books that created this great man, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And Mr. Garvey was voted in the top 50 philosophers of all time. So you read about Plato, Socrates, Diodorus, Siculus, all Greeks, but no one knows the great work of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, voted in the year 2000 in the top 50 philosophers of all time. So it's with great pleasure that I present to you, on behalf of the school, a copy of The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. And I know if all read this book, you shall be as great as Mr. Garvey.
Yes, sir.
So you're most welcome.
You're welcome. Thanks very much, and I'm sure that all our children will go to the library and read.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This button that I have on my chest is very important to me. It has never left my chest since it was given to me 2 years ago by Aisha Kamusa Menelik. I want to give it to Shaun, because I think, hold on this for me, I think he will wear it well. Right to little Garvey out. Right to little Garvey out.
A very, very prestige button from one of our guests.
Congratulations, Shaun, you make me proud. I am 59 years old in July, and I can never remember when I cannot read or write. The Honorable Marcus Garvey says, anything that you see as newspapers, carelessly placed on the ground, you should pick it up and read it, because it is very, very important. Reading is windows to the world. Reading, you can time travel. Reading, you can go anywhere you want. You can go to Africa, you can go to the United States, you can go to anywhere by just reading about it and then use the figment of your imagination. So today, I'm honored to be here when history is being created and to know that the future of this country is secure because we have young students like all of you are, and then of course the man of the hour, Mr. Shaun Brown. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you, Shaun.
Well said, well said. I'll give him a round of applause for all that recognition that is given to our school and to Shaun Brown. Right, I'm sure Shaun might want to just say something of thanks for all his praise and recognition that he's been received.
I would like to thank them for coming here and giving me this special Marcus Garvey badge. I'd like to thank you all, UNIA and my parents for supporting me always. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
As I said, it is truly a milestone, and we're happy to be a part of this. We're happy to have Shaun Brown as one of our students, and we wish for him greatness. Right now, he's been likened to none other than Marcus Garvey. So I wanted to give Shaun another round of applause for I also want to encourage you, all the students of Shortwood, you have seen that and you have heard how reading is important. And so I want to encourage all of us to read and read and read. Okay? We have come to the end of this session, so we want to go back to our classes, and again we want to thank the former president for being here with us this morning to give recognition to the work of Shaun and our school.
I have to say to youngsters that want to be an author and one day do their own book.
Well, I want to say to all the youngsters around in the world that if you can work hard, you can achieve anything.
If you can work hard, man, I got goosebumps running all over, man. I'm getting so emotional. Shaun, you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm 59 years old in July, ladies and gentlemen, and right now I got tears in my eyes. I've never seen anything like this because Jamaican young youths, especially if you're poor, you're not able to do things with your life because there's no money. And to see two parents, young parents staying together, standing the course, and making sure that little Shaun have, even if they don't have. You know what I mean? It really, really impresses me, and I know it will impress the world. Shaun, you're a gem, and I congratulate you, and you inspire me now to even do more at 59, so that others can really emulate my life, you know? You're a great human being, Shaun, and congratulations. What's the name of your book?
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories.
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories. Can you imagine? What was your thought? What made you do this book, particularly about the Candle and Bear?
I got some homework to write some stories, and then they turned out great. And then my mother and I went to facilitator.
Yeah.
And voila, they loved it.
And voila, they loved it. Your chances, and voila. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Shaun Brown Jr., Shaun Brown Sr., Mrs. Kenesha Brown, the mother of this great prodigy. This is a prodigy if you ever see one in Jamaica. Thank you very much. And of course, we have to big up Aisha Kamusa Menelik, the former president of the UNIA, for thinking it fit to present to Shaun. But look how Shaun hung on to the philosophy and the opinion of Mr. Garvey. Because guess what? Mr. Garvey cannot remember when there's not a time in Mr. Garvey's life when he cannot remember how to read. You know what I mean? So if Shaun can do it at age 10, starting off goodly at age 5, then you can do it. You can become a Shaun Brown. Take care, Shaun. Have a wonderful day. Go back to school now. Thank you. And we want to thank the vice principal. I didn't get his name. What's his name? Mr. McCoy. Mr. McCoy, I want to thank you very much. And
Mrs. Alison Bloomfield.
Mrs. Alison Bloomfield for accommodating us. I know it's very busy. It's during school hours. We're not supposed to be even doing this, but they did it for us. And so the rest of the world can see that. And I'm here with the parents of Shaun Brown. I'm here with Shaun Brown Sr. and of course Kenesha Brown, which is the wife of Shaun Brown Sr. and of course the man, the little man of the hour, Shaun Brown. It is indeed an honor for me to come here today and to meet greatness so that we can further help to strengthen our beautiful country, Jamaica. Shaun could have easily been thinking about other things, but from a tender age, as his father would say, reading, and then to become the youngest author in the Caribbean and this part of the diaspora. I'm just beaming with excitement. Shaun, I have to congratulate you. I think you have done great work, and of course we have to balance it in. Mr. and Mrs. Brown made it happen, and they did a splendid job. Tell us a little bit more now about a little bit of Shaun growing up. Tell me a little bit about Shaun.
It basically started out when he was about 4 years old. He began reading from that age, but he had some challenges, and his aunt, Cherise Bombard, she's an early childhood teacher. She came into his life at that stage and assisted him in getting better at his reading thing, and from when he took off.
Wow. And then you was telling me about his selection of the national hero. You were just telling me off camera.
Yes.
Just tell us the work in here, that little story, because it's very important to youngsters watching this right across the world.
What I can recall is that at this age, he's always been given assignment regarding national heroes and that important part of our culture by his class teacher, Mrs. Bloomfield. And one of his assignments was to do some backstory on the national heroes, and he chose 2 heroes that he thought in his mind were
more influential than others.
Ones. And he chose Marcus Garvey and Paul Bogle.
Wow.
He said to me that he believed Marcus Garvey was important because of what he did and his life, and he thought that Paul Bogle was one of our more influential persons who a lot of persons don't really talk about. But the fact of the matter is that Paul Bogle was a man of means then.
Right.
He had land, he had money, he was a pastor. He could have chosen not to get involved in this story.
Definitely.
But he went in anyway because he wanted justice.
And paid the ultimate price
With his life.
of death.
Yes.
Mr. Shaun Brown, thank you very much. Kenesha Brown, just real quickly, your son, how does it make you feel this morning to see all the accolades? People from all over, and it's going to get bigger, it's going to grow. People from all over the world are going to want to come to interview you and talk about your son and about the book. How do you feel?
I am elated. I'm really proud to know that, even Shaun overcame his own struggles. As Dad said, he had some struggles earlier, and he overcame that, and then he just started reading. Shaun reads everything that he catches, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy reading this book. He will not get this back off. He is celebrating himself, and I'm really I'm just happy for everyone out there, all the encouraging words on the Facebook pages and everything. He has read them, he teared up when reading them, and we're all proud.
Thank you very much for being the mother of producing such a great mind. Shaun, what do you have to say to youngsters that want to be an author and one day do their own book?
Well, I want to say to all the youngsters around in the world that if you can work hard, you can achieve anything.
If you can work hard, man, I got goose paper running all over, man. I'm getting so emotional. Shaun, you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm 59 years old in July, ladies and gentlemen, and right now I got tears in my eyes. I've never seen anything like this because Jamaican young youths, especially if you're poor, you're not able to do things with your life because there's no money. And to see two parents, young parents staying together, standing the course, and making sure that little Shaun have, even if they don't have. You know what I mean? It really, really impresses me, and I know it will impress the world. Shaun, you're a gem, and I congratulate you. And you inspire me now to even do more at 59, so that others can really emulate my life. You know, you're a great human being, Shaun. And congratulations. What's the name of your book?
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories.
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories. Can you imagine? What was your thought? What made you do this book, particularly about the candle and bear?
I got some homework to write some stories, and then they turned out great. And then my mother and I went to translator.
Yeah.
Voila, they loved it.
And voila, they loved it. Your chances, and voila. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Shaun Brown Jr., Shaun Brown Sr., Mrs. Kenesha Brown, the mother of this great prodigy. This is a prodigy if you ever see one in Jamaica. Thank you very much. And of course, we have to big up Aisha Kamusa Menelik, the former president of the UNIA, for thinking it fit to present to Shaun. But look how Shaun hung on to the philosophy and the opinion of Mr. Garvey. Because guess what? Mr. Garvey cannot remember when there's not a time in Mr. Garvey's life when he cannot remember how to read. You know what I mean? So if Shaun can do it at age 10, starting off goodly at age 5, then you can do it. You can become a Shaun Brown. Take care, Shaun. Have a wonderful day. Go back to school now. Thank you. And we want to thank the vice principal. I didn't get his name. What's his name? Mr. McCoy. Mr. McCoy, I want to thank you very much. And
Mrs. Alisa Bloomfield.
Mrs. Alisa Bloomfield for accommodating us. I know it's very busy. It's during school hours. We're not supposed to be even doing this, but they did it for us. And so the rest of the world can see that greatness comes out of childhood, practicing
Infant, primary, and junior
high.
childhood, practicing infant, primary, and junior high. This is on the map. Thank you very much for affording us this time. Thank you.